Good morning, devotees. Yeah, we are continuing this 108 slokas, which talks about Harinam or glorifying the holy name. So we are at the 12th one. Is Sri Sishtastaka 8. Aslishyavapadaраtam prinastu mam adarshanan marmahatam karotu va yata tata va vidadatu lampato matprananatastu sayeva naparaha. Yes, some background sound. I don't know where it is from. 1 second.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. Okay. Yes, there was some alarm somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, let Krishna tightly embrace this maid servant who has fallen at his lotus feet, or let him trample me or break my heart by never being visible to me. He is a debauchee, after all, and can do whatever he likes, but he is still no one other than the worshipful Lord of my heart. In summary, we can meditate on the 8 slokas of Sri Sishtastaka as an illustration to the gradual development of bhakti, as it is described in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. The first verse establishes Shraddha, faith in the holy name, by enumerating its 7 transcendental qualities. The second verse describes the progress from Sadhu Sangha and Bhajana Kriya to Anartha Nivritti by pointing out the great spiritual potency of the holy name as the best means of sadhana, and by stressing the importance of becoming free from anarthas by avoiding the 10 offenses against the holy name. The third verse illustrates the mood of the deep humility of a devotee who has attained the stage of Nishta, study, faith. The fourth verse expresses the attitude of a devotee on the stage of Ruchi, who forgets about his material desires and develops unalloyed devotion to Krishna. The fifth verse depicts the prayers of the devotee who is endowed with asakti, deep affection for Krishna, and hankers for nothing than his association. The sixth verse shows the ecstatic symptoms of a devotee who has obtained bhava, ecstatic love for Krishna. The seventh verse expresses the feelings of separation, vipralamba, of a devotee who has ultimately attained the supreme stage of prema, pure love of God. The eighth verse is the prayer of such a devotee in prema bhakti, who has fully realized his eternal individual relationship with the Krishna and experiences sambhoga, direct association with the Lord. Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakura concludes these descriptions in his Bhajana Rahasya with the following request. O brother, the holy name never loses potency either at the stage of practice or perfection. Therefore, chant the holy name and consider it your sole objective. Don't consider any other means of sadhana. Sri Krishna Namastaka. This prayer from Srila Rupa Goswami glorifies Sri Harinama Prabhu, the most merciful personality of holy name, who has descended into the material world in order to rescue and enliven the living entities. Rupa Goswami starts by prostrating himself onto the lotus feet of Sri Harinama. He declares that since the holy name is worshipped even by the Vedas in person, it is most appropriate to take full shelter of him. Sri Krishna Namastaka 1. Nikila Shruti Mauli Ratnamala Dhyuti Nirajita Pada Pankajanta अयिमुक्तकुलैरुपस्यमानां त्वरितास्त्वं हरिनाम संश्रयामि. Nikila of all, Shruti of all the Upanishad, Mauli, the crown jewel, Ratnamala of the jewel necklace, Jyoti, brilliant, Nirajita, being worshipped in a ceremony, Pada Pankaja of your lotus feet, Amta, the tip of the toes, Ayi on Harinam, Mukta Kulai of the liberated personality, Upasyamanam, being praised and worshipped, Paritaha, completely, all around, Tvam, by you, Harinama, O Harinama, Samshrayami, I take shelter. O Sri Harinama, the entire galaxy of Upanishad, which are like a necklace of most precious gems, are serving the toenails of your lotus feet with their brilliance. In such a way, the Vedic scriptures are constantly glorifying your lotus feet. Great yogis, sages, and liberated transcendentalists are engaging in worshipping you. Therefore, I fully surrender unto you and humbly pray for your shelter. Not only do the sages worship Sri Harinama, but they also constantly chant Krishna's name because he appeared to please everyone in the material world. Thus, besides relieving one from sinful reactions, chanting the holy name also gives supreme pleasure. Namashtaka, Sri Krishna Namashtaka 2. जय नाम जेय मुनिवृंद गेय हे जनरंजनाय परमाक्षराकृते त्वम् अन्नादराद् अपि मनाग् उदीरताम् निकलोग्रतापपर्ति पतलिं vilumpasi. Jaya, all glories unto you, Namadeya of holy name, Muni Vrunda by all sages, Geya, you are chanted. Hey, ho, Jana, the living entities who are born in the material world. Ranjanaya, in order to please. Parama, of the supreme law form. Akshara, of syllables what cannot be separated. Akrute, you have accepted the form. Tvam, you. Anantarat, without respect and attention. Api, although. Manak, only Udiratam, you are pronounced Nikhila of all, Ugra of the severe, Tapa of the suffering, Patalim, the entirely, Vilumpasi, you destroy. O Sri Harinama, who is chanted by all sages for the pleasure of the living entities, you have assumed the form of the supreme transcendental syllabus. If a person chants your holy name even once, and decisively too, even then you completely destroy the monstrous mountain of the sinful reaction. Therefore, O holy name, all glories unto you. It might be argued that hardly anyone is able to chant purely enough so that holy name manifests in full splendor. But Srila Rupa Goswami does not agree. Even a glimmer of the holy name can free a person from material existence. So we can stop here. Uh, so even we read out in the Japa book also, right? How um, Shishtastaka verses are compared to how do we attain the mature stage from Shraddha to Ruchi. The first verse is the key is like Shraddha is a it talks about chanting the Harinam. Second verse uh, covers the sadhu sangha bhajana kriya and anadari vritti. So chanting without offense, attempt to chant with attention and listening to the mantra. And third verse, is nishtha stage. Illustrate the nishtha. Humility is chanting the holy names with awareness that mercy of holy name. And the fourth verse expresses the ruchi, fifth one asakti, sixth one bhava, seventh one is prema, and eighth verse is the prema bhakti. So that's why the um, you know Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu only left with Sishtastaka with us, um, left us with only Sishtastaka, but those eight verses are very meaningful, and it completes everything we can do, uh, um, to go back to Godhead. just by chanting the holy name, and also how we start from Shraddha to Prema, with the process, it purifies oneself and God, Lord name, chanting the Lord name, one can realize the up to the Prema stage. But in the year, um, Bhaktivinoda Thakur also concludes, and in the Rupa Goswami in the Sri Namashtaka also glorifying the holy name and all the Vedas and scriptures, and all the sages are taking a shelter of holy name and chanting the holy name. So that's the holy name is so powerful, and that is the ultimate goal or ultimate mantra or key to the um spiritual world. So he's praying that we fully surrender unto you in a humble prayer and shelter mood. And even Maharaj also telling in last few classes, right? Whatever happens, whether we realize or not, whether we are seeing the, experiencing the taste or not, even if we are going through the odd circumstances, sometimes we cannot even understand how we get there or what is happening, because we may not have a clear consciousness, or Maya will cover our vision and our senses. But only way is we still continue to take a shelter of holy name, and we always need to find a shelter. And even here Rupa Goswami says, even if somebody argue that chanting purely is enough, the holy name manifests in full splendor. But even if you're not in that stage, obviously we are not there. But we still need to take a shelter of holy name, and even the glimmer of holy name can free a person from material existence.